let's talk drums now. What are the kits that you now have and use?
I have two Starclassic drum kits. The first one is a maple one, which has a more dry, more sharpy, more like a high frequency oriented sound in terms of the kick drum and the toms tube and a snare drum. And the other one is a Bubinga one, which has a more fat type of sound. The sizes are a little bit different. I mean, the maple one has like 22 by 20, and the toms are a little bit shorter, like 10 by 7, and 14 by 12, and 16 by 14. But the Bubinga one has a little bit more typical sizes. Just like this one, it's 18 by 22, and 8 by 10, and 14 by 14, and 16 by 16. Mm-hmm. Yeah, both has a totally different sound, totally different character. And both are great. And also I have several snare drums. I have a full
Bubinga.
That's
a fetish for a lot of drummers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, me too.
Let's talk fetish.
Let's talk fetish. Oh, okay. So I have a snare drum which is a full Bubinga. It's 14 by 6.5, which is really fat. I think it's a 12 ply. So it's really heavy with the power hoop and everything. It's really loud. It's at least 30 or 40% louder than the regular snare drum of the birch Bubinga or the maple. That was unbelievable when I got it.
I already like it.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Yeah. I also have an S.L.P snare drum which is 13 by 7, and it's also a 10 ply thick S maple wood. It's a dry sound, really loud, with a power hoop, and it perfectly fits into an oldish rock recording if you have to play a slow tempo and a simple groove, and if you pitch it down and just like a that's great because of the 7 depth. And if I pitch it up the both heads, it's perfect. It's totally perfect for doing any kind of drum and bass things too. So it's and also the sound of that snare drum, I love it because the mechanic of the strainer is totally perfect, and it contains a really high frequency sounds and also the really deep at the same time. So it's not necessary to use two mics, one for the strainer and one for the top, because with one microphone it's totally perfect with a simple SM57, and that's it. Yeah. That's perfect sound.
The kit that you used tonight is a Starclassic as well.
Yeah.
It's here courtesy of the Avant Drum Shop from Poznan, Poland. What do you think of this kit?
Thanks again. I love it. The sound of this drum kit is also totally different than my drum sets have at home. So this is a walnut one, and it's absolutely great. As I see, the shell of the toms and the kick drum is more like thin, like four ply, as I see, maybe 5, but really clear sound, and the articulation even of the floor toms and the kick drum when I played really fast things, that was totally clear. So also it's difficult to play on this drum fast things, because if I make a mistake, it's hearable immediately, So it's difficult, but but it's a great drum set. Yeah.
The snare, the main snare is the Kapur series, right?
Yeah, this is a new one.
Have you had any contact with this series?
Not
before?
yet. No. This is the very first time. It's great. Absolutely great. It has a nice overtones of the shell. They're really powerful. So so that's a loud snare. Actually, I don't like at all the snare drums which don't have enough volume. I don't know why. So it's not good. You know, I had a chance to check out some old drum sets in the States, like 2 weeks before I had a gig in New York with the Loop Doctors project, and we played at the New Blue. New Blue is a famous music club there, and they have a really old DW drum set. I got a Tama drum set, but that was a really old Slingerland there from 1950 maybe or something like this. And I thought like what a crappy drum. I didn't realize first because that was dark on the backstage, and I saw some snare drums over there, and one of these was a typical old school looking something, and what was that? I want to check it out. And there was a really bad top head, or I think a really bad, like there was like a whole brown, just like this, you know, no any white point. And I hit the snare drum with my hands, and it was what was that? Look, give me a stick, and I tried it, and it was so fucking loud and so great sound. And I checked out, and oh, that's a Slingerland. Okay, everything's clear. Okay, that's it. Boom. Right. Thanks very much. That's it. Yeah. So the old drums, the old drums had almost all the old school drum sets had a huge volume. So I think the great drums has a huge volume, and then you can decide if you want to play soft. If you have a great drum set like this one, you will be able to play as soft as you want and as loud as you want too.
Sure.
But you know, I had some drum sets in my practice rooms in the last 15 years just for teaching, which like a cheap drum sets, and even the sound was good. I couldn't play too much on this drum sets because the volume level has stopped like here, and if you play something but there is no sound more, it's totally not. It's not an inspiring something because I really need volume. Just like maybe I should be a heavy metal guitar player, right? to push the to push the volume up. Yeah.
Yeah, but we talked about it yesterday off camera. That a lot of those jazz drummers actually hit really hard.
Absolutely.
Like most of the greatest ones.
Tony Williams. Yeah. Check out Tony Williams playing these muscles.
Yeah.
Play like this, but like an animal.
Gary Novak.
Yeah, right? Gary Novak too. Yeah. So, but if you check out Tony Williams playing, if they play that are really sensitive and more like more deep song with the double bass, who played so soft, and a piano player, he could play really soft, and he kept the same type of really tight time playing and everything. So
yeah.